Hello, movie fans. We just saw Aladdin, the new movie from Disney, the live-action version of the 1992 animated classic. Stick around to see what our thoughts are.
That counts as three.
Oh, it worked then. This is going to be our non-spoiler review of the new movie Aladdin, starring Will Smith as Genie, Mena Massoud as Aladdin, and I think it's Naomi Scott, right, as Jasmine. The movie is very much the same as the original, but obviously it has some differences, being somewhat live action, and they've added some new things in which we'll talk about. But again, this is our non-spoiler review, so we will talk about the stuff that we liked and didn't like about it, and give you our overall review. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll get notified whenever we do new reviews. We try to do one every week or so, depending on the movies that we want to see. So here we go. So we'll start with our usual describe the movie in just adjectives. Who wants to go first? All right.
Vivid, colorful, magical, Disney-like.
Okay.
Entertaining.
Colorful, magical, Guy Ritchie-y, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. It has a lot of Guy Ritchie in it.
Yeah. Ryan, anything?
Magic, color, and
These are nouns.
Put a coal on there, and we're good. Like,
colorful.
there you
That's
go.
what you said.
Colorful. Mm-hmm. And okay. All right. I would say it was kind of, yeah, it was colorful and entertaining to a degree. I mean, it's fun at parts. Yeah, that would be my thing. It's not super excited about it. So what's the pros? So what do you guys like best about it? Let's start with that. What are the things you like the most about it? Again, non-spoiler, so just in generalities, what do you like most about it?
I like that it felt like a magical Disney movie, and like some of the songs. I really like Jasmine's wardrobe. It was pretty.
Yeah, the costumes were actually really nice. Yeah, they're cool. They're actually really good.
They could win an Oscar.
I agree. Yeah, they could be nominated for an Oscar for the costume design. Not much else, but that would be true. Other thoughts of things people liked about the movie? I thought Will Smith. I thought Will Smith did a fine job. Was he great? No. Was he Robin Williams? Definitely not.
Can't be.
Yeah, I mean, I think when he was playing himself, he did a good job. Like, he played Will Smith as a genie. He did a good job. When he was kind of doing the over-the-top thing a little bit, or trying to be more like Robin Williams, it fell short. And so I was not impressed with that.
I thought that Will Smith did a good job, but it's just that Robin Williams, that's a lot to live up to. I think if you've seen the original one, you can't. It's hard to separate Robin Williams from the Genie. So
Right.
Will Smith did a good job doing his own thing,
Mhm.
but I think you can't help but compare them.
Right. But by far, I don't think he was the worst thing in the movie. I thought he did a decent job for what he was given.
He was Will Smith.
He was Will Smith. Yeah, he did his Will Smith stuff. And I've heard some other critiques about it that was like he was trying to be cool Genie and not really over the top funny Genie, and I think that may have been the difference. Like, where he was a cool Genie, but I'm not sure that was really what I was looking for in this movie.
I mean, I feel like what it is with a lot of the. I feel like it's gonna be at least with the next Disney summer reboots is when you reboot like a more live action CGI movie from like 30 years ago. Usually there's some aspect of it, and I feel like it's the actors kind of that like hits that, which is with this. I think it was Will Smith and Robin Williams. He didn't do a bad job. He did a good job. It's just that you can't live up to Robin Williams. I think that might be a thing that's happened with The Lion King too. With Scar is just such an iconic character to fit that as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's happening with Disney reboots after 30 years. Is like there's only so much.
Yeah. So I would say, like, to that point, I'd say, like, I enjoy Beauty and the Beast live action
That was good, yeah.
more than I like the remake of this one.
Yeah, I wanted to love it, but I just didn't. I liked it, but I didn't love it. And I had thought that when we came away, I would probably be the one that liked it the most, and everybody else would say, eh. And I was surprised when we came away that the kids said, I thought it was good. And I was the one going, well, you and I both going, it was good, but it wasn't great. And I wanted to love it.
I don't know. Not that the kids loved it, though. Did you guys love it?
I was surprised that I think I'm the person who liked it the most out of
That
everybody.
surprised me.
Yeah, I think I'm actually the person who liked it the most, which, I mean, I heard that it was good and everything before I saw it, but I didn't really expect to like it as much as I did. I definitely did not love it. I thought it was a good movie. I wouldn't necessarily see it again, but I thought it was a very colorful movie. And a definite Oscar nomination for costume design. It's got a chance to win depending on what comes out later in the year. And Will Smith is the Genie. I thought he was a good Genie. He wasn't trying to be Robin Williams, and that's why it succeeded. Is that if he had tried to be Robin Williams, it would have definitely not been as good. The performance wouldn't have been as strong if he would have been trying to be Robin Williams, but he was trying to be himself, which I thought was good. So, yeah, the score, the music was very good for a lot of it. They added in a new song, which
was okay.
It's okay. It's a little bit of like a touchy subject, I guess, because it's sung by Jasmine. So
I don't think it's a touchy subject. I just think it was a unnecessary song in the entire movie.
I feel like politically it's gonna be a little bit like touchy on Twitter. I feel like people are gonna because it's sung by a woman, so the song is mediocre. But I feel like
I thought it was a good song.
No, I thought the song.
It was weird though. How
so the song was written. I heard it was actually one of the few new songs for the movie. It was written by the guys who did The Greatest Showman. Like those songwriters, which are really good, and
that jives,
and they did a good job with the song. Again, I just thought it was unnecessary, and I see where they're going, and it fits in with the overall themes of the movie. But again, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it added a lot to the movie of Aladdin. And its placement in the movie, it was put in a very weird spot.
Yeah, it was weird.
That it's almost like in an ironic spot. If you see the movie, then it's almost like ironic because it's about her being like not being speechless and stuff, but she's the only one who can hear the song.
Yeah,
which is there's a little bit of irony there, but
for a music video.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't want to say like a smaller version.
She's saying it to herself. The movie basically
that is really that is ironic.
Yeah,
I never thought about
the movie
that.
pretty much stops so that she could have her little song in her head. Like about not being silenced and being
that's
heard
not
by
as
everybody.
Which is kind of because you guys like watch the screenwriter pitch meeting about it.
Yeah, and the song kind of happens twice. There's I feel like the first half of the song happens earlier in the movie, and it feels like incomplete. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. Then the other half of it happens like another hour later, and it's a little weird how that happens.
I think it's a good song, and she sings it well.
Yeah, she's a good singer.
She's a good singer. He, I would say, not that he was okay. He's not that great of a singer.
Sings like Aladdin.
Will Smith sings like Will Smith, and which is fine. Again, he's a decent singer, but
now my thing with the songs, "Friend Like Me," I thought that did not translate as well to live action. It was okay, but I liked it much better in the animated version.
You mean how they did it, like all the
visually?
the visually,
the
visual part of it.
The Genie in the cartoon can be much more cartoony than in real life, because in real life there are certain things that he did, like in this movie, that he did that didn't come across as well as they do in the animated version, because it's more goofy in the animated version and it's meant to be that way. Whereas in this one, it looks really weird with some of the CG for it, and it's a little, I wouldn't say it's disturbing, but it's definitely like weird looking.
Yeah, how did the song hold up though in itself? Like I have to say the visuals for it was weirder.
I think they changed some of the songs. They tried to update some. Rap. Yeah, they updated some of the songs, a little bit of rap. and they did like the last song. Like the song at the credits is a DJ Khaled mix with a Will Smith, which totally doesn't work in my mind. So some of those things that they did, I did not like. When they kept it pretty much the same like the original, I thought it was good. I didn't like the addition of rap and stuff. I don't think it worked. And then one other thing I point out. Yeah, there's the dancing. There's some. They try to incorporate some Bollywood in it, which seems like an okay idea, except when they try to execute it, I think it looks really weird. Yeah. And then on top of that, they do a slow motion kind. No, sorry, not slow motion. Fast motion, like
and then also a slow motion.
Yeah, they sped it up, and then they do some slow motion that is super weird.
Yeah.
I think
it
looked very unnatural.
Yeah, it didn't fit in the
okay, these people are dancing really fast. But
I was not saying that at one point they were in a chase. It was just weird because he was singing it like the same speed, and you could just see it looked. Maybe they didn't look so weird, but when you looked around them and you just saw everything else moving, it definitely felt off.
Yeah, it was like everything was in fast forward, like just like like when you hit the button, it goes like 1 time or like 15 time fast forward on the DVR, and they're kind of moving a little bit faster, and you're like, what is going on in this movie right now? Because I thought something was wrong for a second, and then I realized that's on purpose.
A Charlie Chaplin film or something. Like that's what it felt like. Like moving like fast, and that's what I thought in the scene. I was like, this doesn't fit here.
It didn't fit. Yeah. That was I think several things in me didn't quite fit.
Yeah, I think just having the dance number normally would have been
okay. Yeah. It would have been all right. I could see a new twist on it, and the acting was fine. Again, I didn't think it was bad acting. I thought they did a decent job. It was a very plain movie. Yeah, it was a very simple, plain movie. I think it, in my opinion, was like a very safe, basic redo that isn't as good as the original, but fine. That'd be mine. What other thoughts on things you liked or didn't like about it? Anybody?
I don't really care for a second one. Like if because I know that they're gonna make a second one off of this because they set it up for a second one. They set it up for a second one. This one's doing pretty well at the box office, I think.
Did they set it up for a second one?
I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah, it ends the same way the original does, and there was a sequel.
I mean, when you think about almost all the Disney animated movies end with like. It's fine, and then let's make a second movie.
Their animated sequel was like straight to DVD.
Yeah, exactly. The original sequel was not like a big.
Aladdin 2: Return of Jafar.
No, that didn't get really a lot of play.
Yeah, all of it.
But they set it up for one. A lot of people, I think, really like this movie. Like a fair number of people really liked it, and they made a lot of money. So
it made a lot of money, so I think that they'll probably do it again. But I'm not sure if there's a group of people that'll just love this movie. I think they'll think it's okay. I don't think they love
it. I think they'll like it. I think there are a lot of people who like the original, a lot of kids especially.
Kids, it's good for kids. I think like really little kids. I think it was good. Yeah, I mean the family appropriate stuff. It's a Disney movie. I think you said at one point you knew somebody that like ran out of the theater with their kid or something like that.
Yes, I think she said the Cave of Wonders
in the beginning
was a little intense for her daughter. And she'd seen the original one and knew some of the other stuff that was coming. So the daughter.
And I don't think it's that big of a deal. Again, they're sensitive. Rachel.
You did not mention Jafar.
That's a good point. I did mention Jafar. Yeah. Because what was your opinion on Jafar?
I thought he was fine.
He didn't seem Jafar.
Did you think he was as good as the one from the animated films?
No.
It's not the same. I noticed, like, without parts of the costume, he did not feel like Jafar.
Right. Oh, that was another point. Yes, I agree. He didn't look like Jafar, and he didn't talk like Jafar, and he wasn't sinister enough.
He wasn't as tall.
We wanted him to be, like, over the top, the way Scar is in The Lion King.
Yes,
how
that's
Jafar should be.
That's why I feel so bad. I want to see a new Lion King movie, and of course I am, but I feel like he didn't play off like as menacing as it should be, and I feel like that's what happened with the new Lion King with Scar there.
Again, the movie was just kind of like, it seemed like it wanted to be more grounded, but then it still was all about magic, and so I was like, why bother to try to be like a serious, like these could be real people when it's like you're gonna have a flying carpet from the very beginning. So
yeah, exactly. Like Jafar in this one, he was a skinny, like, young actor who, like, had a really, like, high-pitched voice and stuff, and he wasn't intimidating. He wasn't very, very well written, I guess. Jafar. Some of his lines were like, it's not intimidating. He wasn't very developed either. He didn't have, like, a ton of screen time until the end, so I didn't really feel like
Right. Yeah,
He
he
was a
didn't
big
really.
Also,
character.
Yago was just like his plot device, and I guess it
Oh,
was kind of in the
yeah.
first one. It's just like they always had these conversations. It's like, oh well, this is what the plot's gonna be, and then Yago's like, ha ha ha, and he flies back to
Right,
Jafar.
yeah,
and
if
just
you
tells
like the
him everything.
Yago in the
It would have made it
original,
more funny.
It's
if-
not.
yeah, it
all
would
the
have been a
same.
funnier character. Wasn't he a funny
Yeah.
character in the original?
He
movie?
was a funny character.
There were
in the
like
original.
a few like
It'd be
things that he
weird,
said in
but-
this movie that
In
were
this,
funny.
they just made him a parrot.
Yeah, but
And
again,
a
like
plot device.
it was like they needed to make him like more of a real parrot, where you only say a few words. But again, if you have a genie in
And
a
magic.
flying carpet and magic, why does it matter if you're
Embrace the
your
magic.
parrot? Yeah, embrace it.
Then
Why does
the
your parrot can
monkey.
talk? Let's let him talk. Who cares? Say he's a magic. Jafar made him magic and can talk. And then it would have been funny and amusing because again, there was just weird. It was a weird movie in that way. I just was not, obviously, not a super fan of it. Okay, so that's any other thoughts on the movie in general before we give our rating of it? All right,
It was funny, I guess.
parts of it were fun.
Parts of it were kind of funny. Yeah, a little. It was a little bit over the top at times, where it was like there was a scene that was funny at first, and then it just dragged on a little bit too long, like the jam scene. It was funny at first, and then
I didn't
it
think
kept
that
on
was
like
funny.
I was still laughing toward the end of it some, but it was just it just went on a little bit too long.
All right, so what rating would everybody give it out of 5? And you can pick whatever you'd like.
I think I'd give it about 3 3/4.
Yeah, I give it the same 3
give it-
3/4.
I'd give it like a maybe 3 plot device parrots.
I-
4 magic carpets out of 5.
I'd give it like 3.5 out of 5.
What's out of 5?
Oh, blue genies. Now it's time for the bad joke of the day.
Why does lightning shock people?
Why?
Doesn't know how to conduct itself.
It's a science joke, Tommy likes it.
I know what it means. Where's the humor part of it?
It's in
It's
the eye of
dad
the beholder.
jokes. It's
Yeah.
funny because it's not good.
All right, so that's our review. If you go to see Aladdin, leave your comments below. Again, I think you can decide for yourself if it's worth going to go see in the theaters or not. Leave your comments below. Again, no spoilers, and we'll have a review out hopefully for the next movie very soon. And check out our other reviews and games if you get a chance. Bye.
Are we really worried about spoilers? And we've been out for 27 years.